Yeah, hello everyone and welcome to round 2 of the AOR PC Split 1 Season 10 here at Malaysia for another wet qualifying, very rare. You experienced that twice in a row, but not full wet conditions today, intermediates for qualifying, and currently in P4, which is quite a good position, but 8/10 of pole at the moment. Pole time is a 1:35.9 from Honey Badger at the moment, and we try to improve on that lap we did on our first run. And we try to have a very good exit after the final call, which we didn't quite manage to. Had loads of wheel spin to correct there. And entering the start finish right now, tricky first corner, braking to first, get a little bit running deep there in the early parts of the corner, but second corner is good, and also the exit quite decent, so probably lose a little bit of time in the first sector because that was the best sector of all those three. Entering the second sector into turn 3, could have got that a little bit tighter than I did it now. Turns 5 and 6, that's not quite full throttle in the dry, it is, in the rain it isn't. And at the double right-hander, braking a little bit too early and taking loads of curb here on the inside. Maybe also a little bit of a cut. And now this tricky left-hander here, the hairpin, but we managed that very good, but not the exit. 1/10 we are up, but having that wheel spin and locking our front right tire will lose us some time again into ridge mixture after this section. And that was very cautious, too cautious for sure, into this blind sort of a blind right-hander, probably the most difficult part of the track. And now the last corner, try to nail that into first gear, losing a little bit of speed here in the middle of that corner, but the exit was quite okay. Should be a slight improvement, yes it is, at least a 10th, but still 7/10 behind the pole, and in the end 9/10 behind pole position, again taken by Honey Badger, almost 2/10 in front of Marco, the second Ferrari of Double D in third, Hamish the winner from round 1 in 4th, Cool Cat in a strong 5th. We're beating Klobutsky again in qualifying, he's 2/10 behind us. Possis in 8th, Nicky Fissler, Lucas Schumacher in 11th, and Magnussen in 12th, and Elkrak in 13th, finishing the grid today. And yeah, the first 4 drivers within 3/10, and then a little bit of a bigger gap, and yeah, a little bit spread out, I think. A little bit too spread out for my liking, but yeah, we'll still see how the race goes. It's actually dry for the race, 0% chance of rain, so that's yeah, like Australia, I mean, we had 6% chance of rain there, so that's, I mean, it didn't really rain in the end. That's our strategy here for 12:20, 3-stopper for us. I think there are a few guys who will do the 2-stop strategy, which is not, I'm not able to do that without losing too much time, and that's my setup. Not really, yeah, any explanation needed, I think. And let's jump out to the grid then, for round 2 Malaysia. Certainly a track I really enjoy. Maybe my most loved track on the calendar. Maybe not my strongest track, but definitely one I really enjoy to drive around. So I was looking really forward to this. My teammate actually starting on the prime tires, so that's of course the option you have if the qualifying was wet. And we're waiting for the lights. And here we go, 3, 4, 5, and away we go for round 2. And we're having quite a good start compared to Hamish up in front. We're going up his outside, but No, he actually lags back. Oh no, that's not really good. We're having the outside line for turn 1, very much on the outside. We're losing some positions here, I think. Nicky already through. Coolcat stays in front, and there goes Fistler also, so losing 2 positions in that first couple of corners. Just we hadn't had the best position to into the first corner, so that's wasn't entirely my fault, because I couldn't have done gone any in any other place as we. Oh, goodness me, I mean, so many cars here in side by side into the corner, and I think there's also a little bit of lag related, because we got smashed from the inside and then from the outside, and losing 2 positions in a double right-hander to Magnussen and Coolcat, which I was just really confused, and I really thought, oh, what is going on here? I mean, just was not really able to concentrate going side by side with any other guys, as Klawutski now squeezes a little bit on the inside, because there was Posses also on the inside, so 3 wide into this right-hander, and slowing a little bit down now to and Klawutski can get past, and also have to watch out for Posses here on the inside, but would be staying in P11 at the moment, so I mean, just getting marked a little bit like in Australia. Not really intelligent driving here in this opening, as we were just in the wrong positions there. Couldn't get on the power, or haven't had bad lines through some corners, and losing several positions. So pretty disastrous start. As, oh my goodness, huge collision here up the front. I think Magnussen caused that, and we'll straight away shoot up into P9 after that incident up in the front, and Posses maybe tries to make a move here up into turn 3. No, we're braking late enough to cover that off, and again we have to do a little bit of a recovery here. I hope it doesn't get any worse than in Australia, as we're running deep again through that double right hand, as we did that as well on lap 1, where we lost 2 positions, but now Posses on our outside, and he's holding it around my outside on this hairpin here, and couldn't get the power down actually, and losing out to him. P10, now we are in sort of McLaren sandwich, as Magnussen is now behind us to cause that collision with Lucas and Coolcat, I think. Coolcat is now in P7, if I'm not mistaken. And far up the front is now Double D leading the race. So he got past Marco and Double D and Honey Badger. And we're not having a good line through the last corner that allows Magnussen to go side by side here, sort of. Which sets the fastest lap, but we should be fine here having the inside line from him. Yeah, he's not able to hold it around the outside here into the first corner. Would be pretty amazing if you would be able to do that. And loads of oversteer, so not really settling into this race. Not really yet, as now in lap 4 we have several cars in front of us battling. Still in P10, we are actually planning to go into the pits now, and we're overtaking Fistler into the pit entry, as Nicky also have quite a funny pit entry there, but yeah, I think we're the first guys with, I think that's Double D, and up in front pitting, Nicky pitting, me pitting, Fistler, and 2 guys behind us as well. Lucas, I think the Williams, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty much the drivers who pit and getting held up in the pits, so Fistler goes past again. So that move into the pit entry was pretty for nothing. I just try to now settle into this race and show that pace we got good pace in practice. What I also said that for Australia, and we had to recover from that. Had a good race in the second half, so there wasn't really. I mean, P5 that was pretty much the maximum. And now on lap 6 actually, we are behind this three cars here, and going up the inside of Kuko, so was quite slow after some contact with another car in front, but getting a nice switchback here, so good counter from him, and we're not making that move stick for the moment. But we try to do that as soon as possible, because yeah, we just I need to get some clean air for sure. I need to get some clean air for 1 or 2 laps to just yeah, find my rhythm. That's also always my problem in every F1 game. As Kukat is going very, very slowly here through that, and just a lag related thing. I mean, that was just very, very strange and very annoying at this point. So next lag related thing that happened, very, very unfortunate. But maybe we are now making a move up on him, running deep through the last corner, was not optimal at all, not getting the best exit, getting again a good switch back on us, and he has the DRS. And going past this, and now I'll also have to watch out for Lucas, who's now having the inside line for turn 1. Can he make that one stick? We have the and we're still there. But now he should have get the better traction. Yes, he does, and we're now in last place after lap 7. Pretty. I mean, that's just not what I was looking for. I mean, was just so confused how that happened. Just happened so fast, and so with not any, yeah, it just happened too fast for me. As we're now trying to make up a move on Lucas, who's lagging quite hard on my screen, so we also have to watch out for that, and putting him into rich mixture now. But he's fairly using some curse here at the start of the lap, and he's staying in front. Also has the inside line for turn 1, and again lagging here hugely and getting a little bit distracted from that, actually. And now a teammate is behind us in last place because he pitted now for another set of primes. Again, he pitted on the he started on the primes, so now behind us next. Cut to lap 8, now having a 6-way group here up in front. I think that's Nicky. Elcrack now getting marked a little bit here on the exit of that hairpin after P11, and now, but still stuck behind this group. We have to go past this group as quickly as possible. Just the aim now for the next couple of laps until we are having a second pit stop to do that. And again his car going very slow on a full throttle thing, and again tapping him, and again losing some massive speed and losing out to Klutski. Now actually I just let him through. Maybe he has a little bit more luck than me with these guys in front, these lagging guys. Just so annoying at the moment. Of course, also a little bit of a not really intelligent driving from us, and again, nice lag up in front. I mean, we're not really acting intelligent in this situation here with these other guys. Just can't go past and can't pull away if you're making a move. Just straight getting countered, and now we're maybe trying, no, again getting squeezed from a laggy Lucas, and what could have been done a double move here into the blind right hand, because Nicky ran right and ran Lucas out of space, but weren't able to do that, and braking very late for the hairpin. And actually I don't know what Lucas was about to do there in this corner. And I mean, look at the lap times. Hamish is setting his fastest lap, which is 2.2 seconds faster than mine. And Nicky braking very early here, which, yeah, provided that Lucas gets past us again on the inside into the first corner, and still behind them. And if you're getting frustrated with this whole situation where you're making so stupid mistakes like these ones here on lap 10 into the blind right-hander, and have to catch up that again, as we're now about to make a second pit stop, as we're losing also connection to L-Crack and also Cool Cat. I have to mention that in this stint. So 2 guys leaving this race at the moment. And was there a 3rd guy who disconnected at this stage? I'm not too sure. Maybe. But we're now in for our second pit stop, and we'll come out in P10, I think, in last place. Yes, there goes Fisler, and there goes Lucas, and down to last place, yay. And now starting the second half of the race, and it's a little bit like Australia, but a little bit further down. Not getting too well at the moment, really is not. But still, if we're showing some good pace, we can still make up some positions here. Lap 18, 5 laps later, we catched up to Nicky, our teammate, and Lucas. And yeah, again, task, getting past them and pull away. Well, it's easy said than done, as you as you could see that as well in the early stages. And incident between Klawutsky and Lucas spins in front of our car, and Klawutsky retires the race here. Just also has some lag issues, and just was so annoyed with his driving and the whole situation. So I mean, yeah, sort of a rage quit, but yeah, no comment on that. I mean, I can understand that disappointment. I felt that as well during this pretty much the whole race, as we're getting a nice pit entry in to our last pit stop. At least we're getting some points here this afternoon, or this evening. It was in the game this afternoon. And Nicky's pitting now in front of us, and Lucas pitted actually on lap 18, so 1 lap earlier, so he will have the undercut, and there he goes. And we now have the task to catch him, and maybe also Nicky to get to at least P7. I mean, all the other guys are so far away. I mean, the leading group is now coming into the second to last corner here. I mean, that's just a huge gap, and just not that what I was looking for. I was not aiming for that. Oh my goodness. I forgot to mention that Double D destroyed his vehicle because he got some issues with the pad. Why have I forgotten that? I don't know why. A little bit out of information, so I don't know. But anyway, lap 23 now, we catched up to Lucas, and we're getting very close actually on this straight here, and we tried to make sort of a dive, but that was not going to work. It's not going to work. Can't get the car slowed down, and he's side pod glitching on our car on the outside, and of course we have to get that position straight back, and this race is done. This race is absolutely done for us. 1 lap later, closing that short gap we had. I think it was about 1 second or something, and he's not having the best line here through that corner, and also not here, and we're going up the inside of that double right hand and making that move. So finally making a move on someone. That's, I think, one of the first moves in this whole race. I remember a finished move on L-Crack was going very slow, and that was pretty much it. And yeah, that was just so disappointing. And yeah, pretty much nothing happened until the end of the race. Marco FD actually wins his first race, so the championship defender getting his first win of the season, and we are coming home in P9 with a huge gap up the front. Over 1 minute is just too much, far too much for my ambition. For me. Hamish very close behind Marco in an incredible race, and we really have to say. Honey Badger in third, Magnussen and Posses, the two McLarens, with a very strong team result in fourth and fifth. Fisler, Nicky, then me, Lucas, and Klutsky not getting points for his rage quit, of course. Elcrack, Double D, and Coolcut in P13. So these four guys not finishing this race. Again, I have to say, not really happy with this race. But yeah, it's early in the season, everything can happen, and just hope I can do a little bit better at the next round at China, which is a track I absolutely hate, but still. I mean, yeah, still can be a better race than this one here. Hope you enjoyed this video, and maybe also a little bit of that carnage race with the lag and so on, and see you next time. Bye bye.